Hello everyone and welcome to the Trade Ideas live trading room recap for Thursday, August the 23rd. My name is Barry Anderson, moderator of your trading room. Any questions for me, you can use this email address. This is a link to get into our free trading room. You do not have to be a member of Trade Ideas to be in our free room. I open the room at about 9 o'clock Eastern time. That's when I start to share my screen. I get live in the mic at 9:05. I would say during normal hours, I will go to 3:30 Monday to Thursday and 3 o'clock on Fridays, but I've been knocking off at about 3:15 now. We're really starting to slow down towards the end of the day, so I must say knocking off at about 3:15. If you'd like to take out a subscription to Trade Ideas, there's a link for you. There's a promo code, 15% instant savings, either off the first month or the first year of either a standard or a premium subscription. All right, so let's see what happened today. This was kind of for me, certainly this was the best trade for me today. Again, in a day, and I'll have to show you the SPY, what happened with the SPY. It was pretty interesting. I haven't seen something like that for a little bit of time anyway. So anyway, LB was an earnings play. You can see it released earnings after hours. That's that mauve area right there. Took a dip. Of course, doing my pre-market work, I saw the dip in the post-market or pre-market today. Sorry, so that was post-market yesterday. Pre-market today, that's the tan area. So I looked at this one and I decided to take the short on it. And I got into the short right about here underneath that whole number and covered. So there was the top right there, and then it dropped down. And I covered right here. I think it was 29.47 and 29.30. And then, is that right? I'm wrong. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. This is, yeah, this is, okay, well, I'm right on one guy. This is the pre-market, and then I forgot about that, and then I got back into it, 28.85 once the market opened. It took it moved up, but then it moved back down, and I thought, you know what, this has that earmarks of, I thought I had put my marks here, but I guess I didn't. Earmarks of one of those all-day shorters. I'll take, I'll show you what the daily chart looks like because there's no support. You see, that's what I was looking at when I saw it in the pre-market and I saw this action. I mean, there's the daily can. It's taking everything out. There's really no support. I mean, I went back, I think 4 or 5 years. There's no support whatsoever. So anyway, that's why I was very interested in taking it in the pre-market. Typically, I don't take stocks. I don't short stocks typically in the pre-market, and certainly not ones this expensive. The ones I typically do in the pre-market are the little bios that have the pops and all. But anyway, I did take this one. Now, once the market opened, I was watching again, and I got into the trade, into the short again at, gotta find my notes here, 28.85. It was okay. I covered some around 28.58 and 28.40. And then it popped up, but it's really right now it's kind of directionless. So a couple of trades in LB definitely helped my day. I took what was the one? Oh yeah, QD. Took a little trade in this one. It's actually a Holly alert. There was some news on this one where I think the Holly alert was at 695 actually right there. Actually got into this trade around 7. I don't know why my notes are so bad. I think it was 720 or 722. Anyway, it popped up, but I made a little bit of money in it. I was really hoping that it would keep running. I think it was 728, and basically got out flat. And what else? Oh, that's right. It was QD. Yeah, 724, 730. And then the last one was PSTG. Again, I found I'm all out of this now. Now, this was obviously, for me, this was a bit of a chase. And the only reason I took this one is if you look at the daily chart, you're going to see that it had the big pop yesterday. This was on earnings, but, of interest. There, got as high as 26.29 or so. Then the sellers took over and closed it here. So yes, it did still close way above the close of Tuesday. But, the sellers definitely knocked it down. So I was watching this as it was moving up, and I thought, you know what, this could be an interesting trade if it gets to the whole number. Sorry, the whole number. Takes out, gets close to yesterday's high. So I got into this one right at 26.90, 26.21, 26.29. Back to the whole number or the 50-minute candle here. Got into it right there. Took some out here, 26.52, and as it moved back down through 60, I took the balance out. I think it was at 26.57. So, look, it may keep going from here. I looked at this and I thought, okay, maybe it's going to start to give it up. I just have to show you what the SPY looks like, and this was quite a remarkable day. It looked really good. I mean, look at the first hour. Had a nice rise. Then all of a sudden, I can't remember a day quite like this where you see these red candles, not just the fact that they're red, but how wide they were, and just one after another. So this really put the damper on a lot of long plays unless you were in something that was really trading on its own. That alpha stock that we're always looking for, trading on earnings or some kind of a new press release. So that is one reason why I was a little reluctant, and now look what's happening here. So that's really why I got out of the PSTG. Otherwise, I probably would have kept some and just see what would happen. But we've had a little bit of pull up, and now the market, I had another 3-bar pull down, and now we'll have to see what happens. If this takes out the low here, who knows where this market's going to go today. What else do I have here? That is really about, yeah, that's about it. Yeah. Right now, of course, what we're finding is that in the first 2 to 3 hours, as usual, I mean, it doesn't really matter if you're right in the middle of earnings season. That's where all the real action is. But it really starts to get tedious in the last 3 hours or so. I'm not saying there's nothing to trade, but it's just, really having to hunt. And that's what we do best. We do try to hunt them, but I mean, a lot of times they're just not moving because, hey, the market is just starting to slow down a little bit towards the end of the day. So I anticipate that or August 23rd, another couple of weeks like this, and then September is not necessarily a great month. Not a great month in terms of the market moving up. I think historically, in fact, September is one of the worst months, but I think that we'll certainly get increased volume. All we really care about is just trying to find some stocks that are volatile all day long, and there's just not as many, going in the last week since earnings season really stopped. And next week we're really down to, I think, under 300 stocks releasing earnings, companies releasing earnings. Earnings season will start around October 22nd. Again, that's when I think when Alcoa, around then, that's when Alcoa releases earnings. That's kind of the start of the next round, and all the way to Christmas. All right, so I want to shut this down, and I want to get back into the room because who knows, maybe there's a little nugget there that we can find. So bring back the capture program. So again, any questions for me? This is the email address you can use, and a link to get into our free room, 100% free. No strings attached. We don't ask for a credit card or anything. Basically, just go to that page, and you'll be asked for an email. To give us your email, we'll send you something back. You'll create a password one time, and then that's it. And I'll open the room tomorrow at about 9 o'clock Eastern Time. That's when I'll start to share my screen, and I'll get live on the mic at about 9:05. So I hope everybody has a great evening. We'll see you in our trading room tomorrow. Bye bye.